Hi, this is Matt with LSAT Cracked. In this lesson, we're going to discuss a really powerful and simple three-part framework that's going to help you uncover deductions in logic games that you're currently missing. Okay, so just to put this in context, step one, put down your pencil, read the rules. Step two, ask yourself what type of game this is and what setup would be most appropriate for it. Step three, write out the rules, and we're going to talk about how you diagram all of these rules in another part of the course. So right now we're simply focused on the part of your logic game process where you've set the game up, right? You have your setup, you have the rules written, and you're wondering, is there more? What should I be able to deduce or infer from the rules provided so far? Here's the three-part framework. Number one, simply look at all of your rules and ask, do I see any common variables? So if you see, for example, a rule that has K and J in a block, a KJ block, and then you also see a rule that says, if J goes in 2, then O goes in 5, you're seeing J in 2 rules. So J would be considered a common variable. That's one of the simplest ways to think about how those 2 rules might interact. So you could say that if K goes in 1, you know that J will be going in 2. Transitive link, J is going in 2, O is going in 5. Contrapositive, if O doesn't go in 5, J doesn't go in 2, K doesn't go in 1. That's a simple example of a deduction that I see because I'm literally scanning up and down my rules, simply looking for something to occur more than once. In this case, I saw J going twice. I knew it was an important variable. Number 2, the exact same thought process that I just used, except instead of scanning for variables, now I'm looking for slots or groups. So in that same example, we had the KJ block. If J goes in 2, then O goes in 5. Okay, but what if you had a different rule that says if Q goes in 4, then S goes in 5? Now we're seeing slot 5 being a common slot. Well, only one variable is allowed to go in that slot. So if one of those variables goes in slot 5, you know that the other one doesn't go in slot 5. If S goes in 5, O doesn't go in 5. And that activates the contrapositive of the previous transitive link that we just talked about. If O doesn't go in 5, J doesn't go in 2, therefore K doesn't go in 1. So that's an example where you're looking for a common group or common slot that's listed. It's not a variable. It's not quite as obvious. You have to look for it. But if you notice that, you're going to see deductions. Third, last, definitely not least, especially when the games get harder, you need to be looking for spatial deductions. Another way of thinking about this is you think about which part of the real estate of your game is the most valuable. Where are you the most cramped? Where do you have the least amount of space? Which of your 2 variable groups has the smallest number of people or the largest number of people? Where is it going to be difficult to make the game work? As soon as the game starts getting cramped, as soon as you start poking or testing one of the 2 extremes of the game, you might be able to start noticing a scenario where you could break the game. You say, if I put these 3 variables, if I put this block, these 2 variables over here, and then another variable went over here at the end of the game, that would break the game. That's excellent. That's the one question you always want to have in mind to uncover the most difficult deductions. You want to ask how you could break the game. So if I put this block near the end of the game in slots 5 and 6, now I realize that that other variable, let's just call it X, can't possibly go at the end of the game. It's got to go somewhere else. That's a valuable deduction. So there are a myriad number of ways that we could instantiate and show examples of this type of thinking that I'm talking about, and we're going to in other examples later in the course. The point for you is this, though. You need to have a crisp, clear 3-part setup. 1, common variables, easy. 2, common slots, a little trickier, but still manageable. 3, the hardest one of all, think about the spatial dimension of your games and where the game can break. Good luck.